and you're going to see your report. It gives you a nice comprehensive summary of all the items I just went over. It explains who you're meeting and when. It explains what critical actions are needed for the week. Goes into a business performance analysis over that pipeline and customer health information, and down into competitive intelligence, as I mentioned, going into what competitors are up to for the week. And then, of course, wrapping up with an OKR status overview and any recommended actions that the CEO or Chief of Staff needs to take for the week. Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you this new workflow that I built. This helps my CEO and I get prepared for the week. It goes through a number of tasks that I've built into it so that I don't have to manually go and check every single record or go into different softwares like Salesforce or Google Calendar. This workflow will do a lot of that for me, bring everything together, and then I can review it and make sure it's on task. So let's see how this works. You're going to come to the screen and it's going to show you at the very top how it's progressing through the different steps that it's going to run. You can take a minute now to go and warm up your coffee or check your Slack and respond to some messages. This will take a minute to complete, and I will show you the final result in a second. First, I want to show you what this looks like from the back end. This is what it looks like when you're putting it together. It has a general summary of what it's meant to do and all the different steps required to complete it. So each of these are representing an assistant that I built, and I'll go into each of those now so you can see what this workflow does. The first step is it's going to connect with the CEO's calendar and give me an overview of what he or she has going for the week. It's going to use web scraping and research of competitors to give us all the background that the CEO is going to need to be ready for those meetings. Then it's going to go to this assistant and it's going to look at competitor information, reviewing newsletters in the email inbox, all those different places where you can kind of scrape the information about competitors, their blogs, any kind of product releases they're doing. That will all show up in this one assistant. This assistant here is the go-to-market report. Essentially, it's going to be connecting with Salesforce to get information about our customer pipeline, customer usage, any kind of renewal information that's important to us to know. And this will highlight any kind of areas of concern in the pipeline for the CEO. And this one here summarizes the OKR status and progress throughout the company. And so wherever you're doing this, whether it's Asana or Notion or Confluence, we can connect to those systems and give a great summary of what's going on and where there's any items that might be slipping in progress. So once the workflow has gone through all of those, you're going to see that it's 5 out of 5 steps completed. You scroll down and you're going to see your report. It gives you a nice comprehensive summary of all the items I just went over. It explains who you're meeting and when. It explains what critical actions are needed for the week. Goes into a business performance analysis over that pipeline and customer health information, and down into competitive intelligence, as I mentioned, going into what competitors are up to for the week. And then, of course, wrapping up with an OKR status overview and any recommended actions that the CEO or Chief of Staff needs to take for the week. I hope you found this helpful. This took me about 30 minutes to set up, and I'm happy to help anybody who is going to try it themselves. Thanks.